The Town of Niagara's 2017 Pride in the Park celebration was held Sunday, July 2nd at Veterans Memorial Community Park. Thousands were on hand for the all-day event, featuring numerous food vendors, Chevetta's Chicken Barbecue, beer tent, the brand new splash pad, the annual American Graffiti Classic Car Show, fireworks, and 5 great bands to entertain the crowd.
You know I need you, love. You got it all. Long as I got you, love, find it hard to believe. Well, I wanted you to share my life, and no doubt in woman, it's in you, woman, right down the line.
Bad blues on the street, loose and complete, under skies so smoky blue cane. I can't forsake my Dixie Dixie, so we dance the sidewalk way. My memory is money, what's this river that I'm in? New Orleans is singing, man, and I don't want to swear.
One way I pay, Lord, I just can't go out that door. Ain't but one way I pay, Lord, I just can't go out that door. 'Cause there's a man down there, might be your man, I don't know. Lord,
Supervisor Lee Wallace, it was yet another successful event put on by the town's special event and recreational staff.
Overall, the bands have been fantastic. The place is packed, and we're real happy with this turnout so far, and there's only more to come.
Celebrating Independence Day is not taken for granted by the town's board.
I never served in the military, but being able to be at this park with all these residents of the town and of the community from other communities here in the USA, it means a lot. Because those that wear the uniform and fought to give us the freedom for what we have in this country, we are also truly blessed. We have a wonderful monument, but no monument can ever state for those who didn't return.
You can't do this in every country. I mean, this is something special. And look around the park, the people, they're just enjoying themselves, the freedoms to have a beer, enjoy food, and you know, it's just an awesome park, an awesome day for just to celebrate our freedom.
It's been a great day over here. We had beautiful weather. We have somewhere between 1,500 and 2,000 people, and the town board, led by Lee Wallace, has done a good job to bring this stuff out to our community and the whole community, because it's obvious everyone looks forward to these and they just love coming out here.
Well, I think sometimes as individuals we take the freedoms we have for granted, and we need to pay tribute to those who have died for our freedoms. And over the last 200 plus years of this country, there have been many who have sacrificed themselves for what we have today, and for us to be able to do this. And most countries in this world can't do these kinds of things.
Of course, what would an Independence Day celebration be without a great fireworks show to end the day?
4, 3, 2, 1.
If tomorrow all the things were gone I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife, I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. The men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the
Hi, this is Cindy Abbott-Litro for Behind the Camera. Today we're going to be talking to Sara Shaak. She's the producer of Coldbrook. She's been shooting in Buffalo for over a month now. We'll find out what it's like to be a producer and what her experience has been like here in Western New York. Sara, you have been in the Western New York area for about, 4 weeks now. Your title is producer. Could you, first of all, explain to me what does it mean to be a producer for a film?
Well, the producers kind of got the catch-all job. We're involved right from the very beginning. In fact, I came to Buffalo the first time in March, and I think I met you then, and came back again in the spring, and then we came back for filming starting at the end of May, 5 or 6 weeks now. And so a producer, our job is to work with the community, work with the film office, source financing, figure out all the suppliers, help with hiring the crew, kind of just a little bit of everything. We're the first to arrive and the last to leave.
What has it been like being a producer on this film? Was this a totally new experience?
Well, every place is a new place and has its nuances and stuff. So it was very interesting for me to come into Buffalo, a place that's in this time in your film history where you've got a lot of opportunity and a growing history in the industry. You kind of just take every community for its strengths, figure out the things you need to figure out and make it happen. Here, we had some figuring out how to get the crew, the locations. We had some great support from the city and the film office and fantastic locations, but just negotiating, figuring out how we were going to get everything we need. Supplies is a big thing too, where we're going to source all our equipment and things like that. So you just kind of dig in and get it done. And the opportunity to go somewhere new like Buffalo, where we were supported so much, has been great.
Sarah, let me ask you this. What did we do well, and what do we need to work on?
Well, I would say the hospitality is fantastic. We've certainly felt welcomed and supported everywhere we went. Big smiles. The second you said you were working on this movie, they're big smiles. Everyone's proud and happy and has a story, and that kind of stuff really means a lot to us. And that interest and support translates into efficiencies, getting people to want to work with you. Things move quickly. Some really interesting things I found, like for a city of this size, to have the support from the municipal services, like the fire department, the police. I know that a lot of that is unprecedented for a city of this size, and I know it's been marketed for those reasons, but we can definitely, Buffalo walks the walk on that one. All of that has been really helpful. And the growing pains. There's a lot going on, and a lot of projects that are coming, exciting for the area. I think moving forward, the big thing is going to be, retaining crew, making sure that people don't get whisked away to other areas, and so that they're available, and just working on your crew and your suppliers so that when producers come to town, they can maximize what they spend locally. It helps everybody to hire as many local people as you can.
Well, it's sort of like a catch-22, though. As soon as people dream of being in Hollywood or working on a major motion picture, and so that if you do have talented crew here, somebody may take them away, but you can't bring the big movies unless you have a crew that's based here.
Yeah, and talk to Tim Clark and Rich about this a lot. It's and having been a film commissioner, I get that. So it's like it's all about timing, and you have to have enough stable production to keep people here. So the big thing is, what I found about Buffalo crews, they're very loyal, very proud. They want to work here. So I think if there was continued kind of dialogue with them about the importance of working at home, and just the volume of productions that come to town, that'll start to switch where people will be able to stay home and work local. I know for us, our crew, a lot of them have been scooped up onto future projects. So it's very good for a future producer to come in and take what they can from an existing project. So keep the momentum going, keep those crews turning around, and people might be able to stay and live in Buffalo.
You mentioned that you were a film commissioner yourself, and I know if they can hear that little bit of an accent there, you're Canadian. Right?
I'm Canadian. I'm from British Columbia, but I live now in Alberta. And I was a film commissioner in a number of areas in Canada for a while, and I met Tim Clark, over 10 years ago in that world. So I've been a private sector producer for 7 years. This is my 6th movie that I've done. First one of this kind. We call it a little big movie because we have a small budget but big ambitions, and it's been complicated but very rewarding to work on. So yeah. So no, I think my accent is kind of changing a bit. I've been here long enough that I hear myself and I sound different. So that's been fun.
What's the difference between Canada and the United States?
Well, Canada's interesting because we depend a lot on public funding for our films. The Canadian model is built on a lot of public involvement, and here it's very market driven. You have a budget, the market's got to dictate your success. We certainly have tax credits and supportive ones in this area, which is great and a big reason why we're here, but you have to build market-driven shows. You can't count on public financing to make a movie go in down here.
When will Coldbrook appear, and how will it appear? Will it be in movie theaters? Will it be on TV? I mean, what do you do from this point on? It's wrapped. Now what happens?
Well, you know, there's a number of opportunities for us. We have a lot of interest already. Our first goal is to get it post-production finished and do all our editing. And
where will that take place?
A combination of Los Angeles and coming back here. We have to work with our director's schedule, very busy working actor, and so we'll be in Los Angeles for some of that. So we have a beautiful film already. We all know it's going to be fantastic. It looks great. So the next phase is editing and all the post-production. So by next spring, it'll be ready to go to market, and there's a number of opportunities for us. We see it as very viable for a large festival release, meaning that it can get a lot of profile and sales having a big event at a festival. And for Buffalo people, I know there'll be opportunities to have some screenings, whether or not it has a big theater run or we do or we start with special screenings. We're just going to, we're figuring it all out in the new year. But there's a huge crowd of people we've met and worked with in Buffalo that want to be part of that process, and that Bill will want to make sure that we do something big here as well. So definitely will be a big screening here in Buffalo.
What was your takeaway from being here for over 4 weeks in Buffalo?
When I first got here, I heard this, city of great neighbors concept. And again, everyone I met and have worked with along the way has really proven that to me. So, we've had our hurdles and we've had some amazing opportunities. This is a roller coaster ride, making an independent film of this magnitude. So for me, the takeaway is just, head down, know that things are going to work out and that all these people in Buffalo are here to support us. We've had to make some course corrections along the way and figure some things out. But, at the end of the day, we got our movie made. It's a fantastic movie and made a ton of friends. And we're really proud of it, and Buffalo will be too.
Thank you, Sara Shaak, for talking to me, and thank you for shooting here in Buffalo. And we'll see you next time on Behind the Camera.
One-fifth of all the fresh water in the world flows into one incredible experience you can't find anywhere else. And that's not the only thing you can only find in New York State. You can find it all only in New York. New York, it's all here, it's only here. Plan your summer vacation at iloveny.com.
You have to eat this as fast as you can, and the first one who finishes wins the prize. I haven't determined, I told you what the prize is, but let's say it's another shortcake to go. How's that?
A Mercedes.
A Mercedes? A Mercedes shortcake. How's that?
Are we allowed to sabotage the other contestants?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Benson, if you want to elbow the Broderick, the town supervisor, just don't come back here anymore.
Okay.
Just don't get a speed. 1, 2, 3, go. tried to expose, but they made it a mess, so they decided that it would be right. They were always there seemed to be no seed. The governor was ahead, he stopped though for a minute. He's rusted.
Supervisor's catching up here.
Okay. Now you're going to release this to all the newspapers? No.
Yes. Yes.
It's going to be a television group?
Yes.
So it's a thing, right?
Supervisor is pulled into the lead.
We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here, right? God, it's almost over. It's almost over.
Supervisor Broderick in good shape.
It's almost over.
It's gonna be close.
Maybe if we teach our kids for a year. How about that? It doesn't look right. She's got a big family. That's it, the supervisor. That's the winner!
First announce the name of the first runner-up and then our new title holder. Our first runner-up is contestant 3, Emily Buzzard. Angelica Biter is the new Niagara County Peach Queen. Congratulations, Angelica. And while they are crowning her, let me remind you a little bit about Angelica. She is the daughter of Brian and Jamie Biter. Her hobbies include blogging, do-it-yourself projects, wedding and event planning. She's the author of a blog for young women with chronic illness. Angelica is a member of the Hereditary Angioedema Association, and she has assisted with many Make-A-Wish promotions.
Bye. Bye. All right. Bye. Come home straight after school.
Okay, love you.
Bye. As a parent, you want to protect your kids from everything, which sometimes means telling them things they need to hear in order to keep them safe. Things like don't smoke and don't talk to strangers. But how many of us talk to our kids about gambling? Teen gambling can become an addiction, a pathway to other destructive behavior. Be aware of the warning signs. Have the gambling conversation with your kids. Need help? Visit PreventYouthGamblingNY.org to get started.
Sit with me, imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. 'Cause every kid across the nation deserves a book to read, and we can make it happen right now.
No, I don't know what you've been told, but kids with books learn so much more.
So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child.
So let's join hands, book people unite,
unearth hidden passion.
Survival, have a good time.
And seeds of inspiration to motivate some magic. To change the writing on the wall, writing on the wall, and make a difference. One book can inspire a child. One book can be the first thing that helps to change a life. People unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.